Okay, that's great. Punjab. All right. All right. So I live in Bangalore and Shaurya lives in Lucknow, and we're here to take your queries about the IELTS test. Hi, Shaurya.
Hello. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the webinar.
Yeah. So have you guys seen us in any of our free sessions? Give me a quick yes again if you have, or if you're here for the first time, just let us know on the chat, please. You have? Okay. Okay. Great. Great. Everyone else, have you seen us earlier? Okay, just leave Shrija, Annapurna, Prerna, right. Sadia, you can please text on the chat. Kanaya hasn't seen us earlier. Okay. First time, Kiran, Malik, first time. Okay. That's nice. That's nice. Emmanuel, you're seeing us for the first time. Okay. Okay. So quick introduction about Verbalist before we start off with today's session. And I have two games in mind. Okay, I mean, there's no winner. Everyone who participates is a winner. So it's not a competition really. Okay. So quick introduction about us. We've been operational for about 4.5 years now. We started off in 2019. We were called Grassroots Education back then. So if you're seeing me for the first time, I am the chief coach, and Shaurya also teaches along with me for the IELTS test and also for spoken English and business communication. So we also coach students on other English language exams other than IELTS, but it's mostly IELTS. Okay. And of course, we have different coaching programs that we'll talk about later in the session. But if you have questions regarding the IELTS test, this is what I request you to do, because we may not be able to see the chat considering the number of participants. What I want you guys to do is to use the Q&A box to post your questions about the IELTS test. And whatever questions we ask you as a part of the game that we're going to play now, you will put on the chat. Okay. So as we play the game, we're going to answer these questions for you guys. Is the instruction clear? And I request you to stay until the end so that you're also able to see others' questions. Yeah, is this clear? Yes. Anita, Anika, Anjana, Binsi, Ekta. Yes, everyone is clear with the instruction. Sai, Gautam, Snehil, Shrija. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Okay, fine. Shaurya, do you want to start with the spelling game and you can just explain how it's going to work?
Yeah, sure. So I hope everyone can hear me. Am I audible to everyone? Just want to make sure about that. Okay, thank you for your responses, Emmanuel, Binsi, Malik. So, it's going to be a very simple spelling game. I'll just I won't spell something for you. You'll have to spell it for me. I'll just pronounce it. I'll say it out loud, and based on that, you tell me how it's spelled. So you can, use the chat box to type in your answers, and then I'll confirm who has spelled it right and the nuances of spelling as well. Sometimes in English things are not spelled the way they are sounded, so the way you speak them, we don't always spell them the same way, so confusion can rise there. We'll do a little bit of explaining, and let's get to the very first word. The word for you is occasion. Occasion. Starting off with a little bit of a simple one, occasion. So you can spell it for me. Srija has given me the answer. Okay, Arjun, Tara, Annapurna. Great, everyone seems to know the answer for this one. Very well done. I haven't seen a wrong answer as of yet. So, Kiran, Harsha, Sai, Anjana. Great, great, everyone. So, almost everyone knows the answer for this one. I'll wait for 10 more seconds in case anyone else wants to type their answer. All right, great. So we have the answers for occasion. Everybody got it right. Great work, everyone. Should we go to the second spelling now?
Yeah, the second spelling is achieve. Achieve. Can you guys spell it? All these are easy words. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Emmanuel, Sai Gautam, Prerna, Jasleen, Snehil. Okay. Naveen, Kiran. All right. All right. Good responses. Good responses. Okay. So remember that with achieve, although it's pronounced the same as receive, receive has an EIVE towards the end, and achieve has an IEVE. So both sounds are the same, but just that the spelling is slightly different. So you do have certain words that rhyme with achieve, which is believe, also follows the same convention of BELIEVE. Okay. So these are verbs that define the action of winning something. So all of you have achieved or mastered spellings for this particular word. Okay, the next word, Shaurya, you want to go? Yeah.
Yes. So the next word, and I hope everyone is ready for it, is conversion. Not conversation, conversion. I hope you're able to catch on to the. Yes, everyone is. I'm seeing very rapid answers. Great, great. Srija, Thara, Prerna, Sai, okay, Yamini, Kiran. Seeing some new names, Jasleen, Malik. Everyone's gotten it right. So I feel everyone's preparing. Okay, Kanaya, not conversation, conversion, conversion. What you've typed is conversation, but not conversation. The word for you is conversion, conversion. Annapurna's got it right as well. So, Kanaya, do you think you could retype your answer? It's all right, no problem if it's a mistake. You can type it once more. Great, great. So everyone got it right. Everyone's practicing their spellings, it seems. Now over to Aparna ma'am for the next one.
Yes, the next one is also sounds similar but different. So remember, conversion rhymes with television, revision. All of these are words that end with SION. Notice the pronunciation there. But the next word is slightly different. It has reputation, is the word. Please spell reputation. That's the word. If you guys are watching us on YouTube, also please put your messages there. We're looking at messages on YouTube as well. Okay, reputation. Reputation is the word. Annapurna, do you want to reconsider your spelling? Reputation, yeah. Here's a certain kind of status that you have, usually high, used in, I think, both positive and negative connotations, but yeah, mostly positive. Reputation is the word. Reputation. That's the spelling. Conversion spells Conversion. Reputation, correct. All of you got this right. People who made the mistake, I hope you understood the right spelling. Now over to you, Shaurya. Good job, Shushmit on YouTube. Reputation. Yes.
Great. Now this one is a bit tricky one. It's a small word, but there might be some spelling mistakes here. The word is martyr, a martyr. So in case anyone is unaware of what it means, a martyr is someone who's given up their life for a cause and they've sacrificed their life for something, a goal higher than themselves. So we can say Rani Lakshmi Bai was a martyr of the freedom struggle, a martyr. So, okay, I see some people struggling with this one. Haven't, okay, a martyr, a martyr. So reconsider your spelling. Okay, I see one correct.
Yes.
Alan's correct. Snehil, Yamini.
Neha is correct. Very good.
Yeah, so it's a bit of a tough one, as in we don't see it every day, so a lot of people are not aware of it. You might have heard of Martyrs' Day being celebrated on the 30th of January, I think it is. It is celebrated in, I think it's celebrated in celebration of the death of Mahatma Gandhi.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's a martyr because he gave up. He was assassinated, so he's classified as a martyr. So yeah, so the correct spelling for this is Martyr.
Martyr.
A martyr. Yes.
Yes, yes. But also, you guys may have questions related to your IELTS preparation. We would love to take them. Please put them on the Q&A box. And with that, I am moving ahead to the next word, which is miscellaneous. Miscellaneous. Yeah, it's an adjective. Adjective. Martyr is a noun. Yeah, miscellaneous. When you're confused with a certain spelling, try to break down the syllables, and that's how you'll be able to get the spellings right. Try to practice this as well with all the new words that you read and listen to. Miscellaneous. Anish, please put your questions related to speaking on the Q&A. This is the chat box. Remember, there are two boxes, two separate columns, one the chat and then the Q&A. Put the questions on the Q&A box. Okay. And now we're discussing miscellaneous. Miscellaneous. Okay. A lot of you got confused after the double L, sometimes before the double L as well. Miscellaneous. Okay. Yeah. This is why learning the phonemes or also knowing what syllables mean makes it easier for you to remember spellings. Okay. All right. So I'm going to take one question on reading. Jasleen says you can't improve your score in reading. Jasleen, the problem that you may be facing can be anything. I mean, you could be reading your passage and you could be taking a lot of time, or you're just finding it difficult to understand what's going on. Okay, Anish. Second. Okay, one thing that I want to establish and make it very clear is that this is an educational forum and we won't be handling any comments other than the IELTS test. And we will make sure that the person repents for it. Okay, and this is something that annoys me to the core. Yeah, all right. So to answer your question, Jasleen, sorry for that distraction. Jasleen, if you're not able to improve your score in reading, see what is happening. Are you finding it difficult to understand English itself? Are you taking time to understand the passage, or you just taking a little bit more time to navigate through the difficult words? If that is the case, I mean, any of the two cases, you need to just spend more time in reading in general. Okay. And you should be able to understand long pieces of text with ease. Okay. So just consider this as your time limit. Every paragraph that you skim, you should be taking 1 minute to do so. Okay. So Shaurya, please.
I also feel in reading, a lot of the people, just the sheer amount of information you have in reading overwhelms you. So I think it would be best for you to come up with a few techniques for yourself, to just simplify it. Use keywords, make sure to, always read the given options correctly. Use keywords, look for keywords within the passage, within the question. If one technique is not working for you specifically in reading, there's a plethora of techniques out there that might just work for you. So just make sure that you've looked at all your options before you, give up. Okay, my score is not improving. So you just look at the various options you have. So we have our techniques. There's a lot of information online where you can find other people's techniques. Just see what works best for you and make sure that you've looked at all your options before you, just come to this conclusion that I'm not able to. Everyone can do it. Everyone does do it. Different people have different techniques. A lot of people improve their band scores considerably. And it is very possible to do that. So you just have to zero in on the problem that you're having. Your problem might not be the same as another person's problem. So if your problem is time management in reading, which is often a problem, you have 40 questions that you have to solve in 60 minutes, then look at, okay, what is the time limit in which I can attempt the maximum questions that I can. So if you find one section easier for you, let's say the first passage is the easiest, attempt that first. Gather all the marks that you can before you move on to the difficult questions. Just see what approach works best for you. So that would be my suggestion.
Right. Shaurya, you also want to take the speaking questions from Alan and Harsha, and I will just finish off with Annapurna, and then we'll move to the next word.
Yeah. So Annapurna says it's difficult to understand the new English vocabulary words. And okay, so Alan and Harsha have questions about speaking. So how can I improve my fluency? Because in my head, I speak it fluently, but don't know what happens while speaking, and it is really frustrating me. And Harsha says, why I can't speak English, ma'am? Why is this hesitance happening? Okay, so to speak any language, you might have a mother tongue that you speak, that you must be like fluent in, where it's the same as it is in your head, and it's the same that comes out of your mouth as well. So there is no dissonance happening in your mind and in your speech with speaking your mother tongue. So why is it happening with English? Now this can be divided into a lot of different factors. So are you afraid of expressing your opinions? Is it a confidence issue? In your mind, it sounds fine, but when you actually go to speak it, is it different with everyone? So with one person, are you fluent? And with another person, you're not fluent. So that might be a confidence issue. Or that might be, some sort of introversion on your part where you're not comfortable with the other person. That's a personality-based thing. A language-based thing would be you're not sure of your language. So there you need to work on your language as opposed to your communication skills. So it just depends on what your problem really is. So the best way to overcome anything is to just do it. So just speak the language as much as you can, saturate yourself in the language, listen to media in that language. You know what? If you find something, if you need to find something, if you find something interesting, basically, if you're really interested in, let's say, chess, if you're really interested in any particular field, let's say you really like a board game, just look up content for that online. So watch a podcast. If you're interested in the medical field, you look up podcasts in the medical field in English. So you get introduced to how native level speakers talk about your subject of interest, and you can also feel, okay, this is how I can talk about it. So just expose yourself more to the language and try to imitate speakers, because imitation is the first step. You learn to speak your mother tongue through imitation as well, to see how that works for you and figure out, okay, what is my problem? Is it language based? Is it confidence based? So then you see why this issue is occurring with you.
Yeah. Shaurya, let's move to the next word. We have tedious as the next word, and Annapurna will answer your question about vocabulary in a while. Just to again continue the game that we were playing, is tedious. Tedious is the word there. Yes, please. Yeah, everyone got this right. Okay, Shrija, Annapurna, tedious. Arjun, there are no category of topics. You can be asked questions on anything that is associated with the topic of the cue card. So actually, your part 3 questions depend on largely on your cue card. Okay, so tedious is the word. Yes, correct. So tedious is anything that is difficult, challenging, extremely hard to do. Tedious. Tedious is the word, and it is an adjective. Okay. Just to clarify again, Arjun, you might already be knowing this, have heard this from us. Remember that there's not really a particular range of topics that you might get in your speaking test. You have to be comfortable speaking about anything associated with you or the experiences that you've had. And for that reason, exactly what Shaurya said, you should be able to listen to people who speak the English language and just try to relate to that and try to create your own opinions or your own answers for such situations. Okay, that's the way to go. Shaurya, do you want to give them the next word?
Yeah, sure. The next word for you is gesture. Gesture.
Yeah.
So if you're unaware of the meaning of it, I'll just give it to you. Gesture means to signal towards something, to use your limbs to basically point out to something. It can also be a certain posture you have. So that would be the gestures you have, your mannerisms. So, okay, a lot of people are getting it right. Almost everyone. Yet to see a wrong spelling. So Ashish, Yamini, Ramesh,
Yes.
Sai, Pixie, Jasleen. Great, great.
Ashish, its gesture is Gesture. Gesture. Okay. So remember that even though the word has T, it is pronounced as if it has a CH, which is why if you see words like churn, chain have CH and they're pronounced in the same fashion. Please remember the difference. Okay. And let's look at the next word, which is also confusing, has two ways. I mean, it's used in two ways. So I'm just going to give you the word here. Advice is the word advice. So can you just spell that word, please? Yeah, advice. Advice, yes, it's an uncountable noun that indicates some kind of recommendation that people give you. Now, advice here is what we're giving you, Jasleen, Alan, Harsha. Okay. And okay, Harsha and Annapurna have the same question about how to understand new English words. See, certain times it's okay to use the root words and try to understand the meaning of the root word and then maybe guess the meaning of the new word that way. But certain times, if you're doing the IELTS reading practice or anything like that, you might have to just guess the meaning of the word based on the context or the situation that it is used in. And that's the best way to learn new words as well. So, in case you don't know the meaning of a certain word in a passage, just try to understand the passage for what it is in its entirety and try to guess what the meaning can be. Try to read the sentence more closely and see what the sentence is trying to convey. This should help you learn and also remember them better than just memorizing new words. Okay, Shaurya, do you have any advice here for Annapurna and Harsha?
Yeah, sure. So exactly what Aparna ma'am said. If you're having difficulty understanding new English vocabulary, your inner internet is your best friend. You type in the word, you know what it means. Try to listen to how it's pronounced. Try to know what it means. If you come across a new phrase, you try to look that up. You try to assimilate in your daily vocabulary. You try to use it daily. So let's say you come across a new word. Let's say that word is martyr. You learned this new word today, martyr. Try to use it for like 2 or 3 days regularly so that it's imprinted on your brain. So now you have it in your memory, both short term and long term. So repetition causes you to assimilate things in your brain. So repeat it as much as you can. You come across, let's say, your mother, your father, your partner, you tell them, okay, this is the word I learned today, martyr. This is what it means. Here's my sentence for it. Look up things related to it. Maybe look up a documentary related to martyrs. That way, it will always stay in your brain. There's no chance you're going to forget it. So, with any new vocabulary you learn, try to, have it in your life as much as you can. And that's how you essentially never forget it.
Yeah, martyrdom is to actually, it's basically again a noun, just indicates the nature of becoming a martyr. That's about it, Alan. Okay, let's move on to the next game now. We're going to spend another 15, 20 minutes playing this while we take more of your questions on the other sections of the test. So here is where we're testing your vocabulary skills and you're going to give us synonyms, at least 3 of them, for the words that we're giving you. So these words are adjectives, are either verbs, sometimes also nouns. Yeah, we don't have nouns exactly, but we just have adjectives and verbs. These are extremely simple words that we use in our daily life, and you got to think of synonyms. Similar, I mean, synonyms are similar words that have almost the similar meaning as the one that we're giving you. Okay. So the first one coming up is give, Give. Give is the word. Can you tell me? It's an action. So it's a verb again, and you got to give me similar words as give. Come on. Suman, thank you for the feedback. We will take it up in the next class. We wanted to make it more of a Q&A session, actually, and that's the reason we don't have a slide deck, but yeah. Alan, will come to you shortly. I saw your question. I'll be back. But yeah, give, meaning of give. It can be a phrase as well. What Ramesh is doing. Yeah, nice. Give, okay. Provide is correct. Hand over is correct.
Offer is also correct from Kamal. Kamalji, that's I think his name.
Yes, it's correct. Kamal, yes, correct. Lend is to give something on a loan. I'm not sure if it's the exact synonym of give, but yeah, it counts as a similar word. Grant, okay, grant is fine. Donate, okay. Distribute, right, but distribute is like give to something, and you're just dividing that across a lot of people. So I don't think distribute here is right. But yeah, the other ones are great. Yes, hand over, grant, provide, supply. Yes, these are great synonyms for the word give. Volunteer is to go ahead and do something on your own. So that's volunteer. Annapurna, I don't think it means the same as give. Pass on is also fine, I think. Passing it on, yeah, that's okay. Yes. Okay, Shaurya, do you want to carry this exercise forward and give them the next word?
Yes. So the next word for you is beautiful. I think a lot of people use it, quite a lot. Beautiful, it's an adjective. And I think a lot of people have their own words for that. So let's see. Adorable, fabulous,
gorgeous. 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 That's the spelling. Pretty. Exquisite. Okay. Breathtaking.
Exquisite. Exquisite is, I'm not sure. Exquisite is something that's completely outstanding.
Yeah.
Beautiful is something, it's used more in a more general sense. Alan, it's not Riz. Handsome is, fine.
It's okay. Pretty is fine. Okay.
Gorgeous might be, so drop dead gorgeous is more of like a superlative phrase. It's a phrase. So gorgeous would be a synonym for it. Yes, good looking.
So the word that Ramesh had sent, I just looked it up. Ramesh, it's a literary word, and I don't think it's used in common English, but something that's probably more closer to beautiful is, I think, stunning, gorgeous.
Yeah. This word is more what you would expect Mr. Shashi Tharoor to use in his normal vocabulary. Not an IELTS student.
Not in an IELTS test. Astonishing, eye-catching, spectacular, I think is a good word again. Yeah, good words. But I hope you understood the mistakes that you were making. Pleasing, yeah, I think pleasing again is, I think it's pleasant to talk to. She has a pleasing personality means probably something that's more gentle, pleasant. Yeah, that kind. A little on the kinder side. I don't think it means the same as beautiful exactly, or it's, yeah, I'm not sure. Anyway, moving ahead, I'm going to give you another word. Tasty is the next word. It also is an adjective used to describe food items. Tasty. Okay. Fantastic, delicious, mouth-watering, delectable, delectable. Okay. Yeah. Finger licking, appetizing. Okay. Yummy.
Scrumptious, yes. Correct.
Scrumptious is good. Yummy is more informal, I think.
Mm.
Toothsome. Okay. You think of your favorite food item and think of a word to describe it. That's tasty for you. Okay. Yeah. Scrumptious, flavorful, delectable, appetizing, mouth-watering, flavor. Okay.
So I feel flavorful would more be descriptive of a particular dish than anything tasty in general.
Palatable. And also palatable is,
Palatable. Mhm.
yeah, something that's eatable. I mean, something that you can taste. It's not necessarily,
It's fine. It's good in taste.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
What it is.
yeah.
Luscious is mostly, it
Yummy.
can be used for, it is mostly used for things which are not food items. So it's an adjective, that's correct. Uh,
Hmm.
it
Lip
doesn't.
smacking is the word you're looking for, Annapurna. Lip smacking is
Mm,
also fine in your speaking. You can't use it in your writing. Okay. Toothsome is okay, I think. All right. Okay, we have some good words here. Lip smacking is there. There's mouth watering. There's delectable. There's delicious. There's scrumptious. Yes, all of these are great adjectives in place of tasty. Okay. Yes. Next one. Shorya, on to you.
yes. So let's look at the next word. It's difficult. Can you come up with synonyms for the word difficult? I think we discussed one of those words in the spelling practice as well, if you remember it.
Okay, on the YouTube channel, we have Shri who's giving us these words. Great job. Dazzling is also correct. Shri, just to correct you, yes. It's just again a more superlative version of beautiful, but we are at difficult right now.
Mhm.
Difficult is the word.
Difficult is not heavy, Annapurna. Heavy is something that crushes you. It's not really difficult. Difficult is something challenging for you,
Challenging,
something
yeah.
you find hard to do. So, yes, hard is.
Hard is, yes.
Okay, so you think of the section you find the most difficult on the IELTS test and tell me what other word would you use for it? Strenuous, yes, strenuous is um, also great, although it's used more in relation to physical activity, but yeah, it can be used.
Strenuous is more closer to, I think, tedious because it involves a lot of physical activity. Complicated, yes, is correct. Complicated, hard, all these are
Rigorous is the word I think you're looking for, Ashish. Rigorous, not
rigorous.
rigorous.
Rigorous, uneasy. Again, uneasy is, so if you're feeling uneasy, it is not that you're feeling difficult. It's not the opposite or means the same as difficult. It's just that you're feeling a little off. You're not feeling yourself. Okay, so if I say I'm feeling uneasy right now, it's just that there's something about either my physical or my mental health that is feeling off from usual. So that's uneasy. If your stomach feels uneasy after eating something, that it means that, maybe you've got a bad stomach or a stomach flu. That's uneasy. If you're sitting in a posture like this, and if I have pain, I'm feeling uneasy, is what I would say. Not the same as difficult. Okay, yeah, tough is okay, complex is okay, arduous is okay. Yeah, Yes, good, Shri. Tedious, arduous. Okay, fine.
Adversity would be,
A noun.
yeah. So adverse would be difficult. Adverse would be the correct form of the word that you're looking for.
Yeah, adverse, correct. Right. Hellacious. Okay. You guys got to stop looking at the online dictionary and use your own vocabulary to give us the synonyms. You don't have to use these complicated words in your IELTS test, and that would not mean a higher score in your vocabulary. It's mostly the context. So if you are able to paraphrase well and the word suits the context that you're trying to define, that's when your vocabulary is correct. Okay, so please remember that. So it's a Herculean task, is definitely difficult. So use it in your speaking.
Yeah,
And
Herculean is good.
yeah, it's a great phrase, Ramesh. So if you feel that scoring well in the speaking test is a Herculean task, it means that it's difficult. So you can use a similar sentence in your IELTS speaking test. That's when your vocabulary is higher, not when you use it in an exact, synonym way. Okay, the next word that's coming up, okay, very similar to difficult. You guys, certain people here made that mistake. Heavy is the word. Heavy. Use it to describe anything. Okay, heavy. Think of all the places where you can use heavy. Heavy. Massive, large. Okay. Pressurized. Okay. Weighty. Burdened. Bulky is okay. Burdened is the word, Sai Gautam, with an ed towards the end. And bulky is okay, but massive and large look like synonyms to big and not heavy. Repercussion, again, is a reaction that you get to something that you do. Repercussion. It's a noun and not an adjective. Arjun. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Let's move to the next word. Shaurya, I think all of them are giving me synonyms to big. Let's try to move on to the next word. Shaurya, on to you.
Okay, so the next word for you is soft.
Yeah. All the other ones are, yeah, soft. Soft is the word now. Also an adjective, soft. Tender, good, smooth. Okay, spongy, okay.
Tender is great. Mushy. So mushy is mostly used for food, for soft foods. So yes, that works.
That works, yes.
Yeah,
Soft.
soft is can also be gentle. Yes, depends on the context that you're using it. So if
Okay.
you're soft with someone, you're gentle with them. Finest, I'm not sure. Finest would be the
Fine is different from soft. Fine is mostly texture.
yes. So you can use it to describe, let's say, fine cloth, but it would be just how beautifully it's weaved. So it's
Yeah,
not really soft.
yeah, fine.
Cool is not soft either. Soothing is not soft either. Soothing is something that provides you comfort.
Yes, comfort is mostly soft. Toned, I think toned again means evenly shaped. So soft could be subtle, gentle. These are synonyms of soft. Okay, sensitive. Certain contexts, again, you're talking about, I'm not sure. Sensitive is again different from soft.
So it usually just depends on what context you're
Hmm.
using it.
Hmm.
So it can be soft. Um,
Okay.
It can be soft, can be like if you use it in the case of, let's say, really like colors, a soft color, it would imply a light toned color, a pastel color, perhaps. There, it might work. A soft toned gradient might also. So it just depends on, what
Which
context you're using it in.
using it. And also, if it's a person, then you say gentle, or
Mm,
when you're talking about sound, then you say softly. Slyly is also, sly is also another word for soft. Yeah, I think these are synonyms for soft. Let's move ahead to the synonyms of good. Again, so many synonyms of good. I mean, you can use them in so many different contexts. So let's just hear synonyms of good. And then we'll just do one more word. Any more questions that you guys have, please put this up on the Q&A box and we would love to answer them. Good.
So better would be a comparative word. Good is not comparative. Good is the normal form of the word.
Yeah.
Better is the comparative form of it.
Hmm.
So better would be in comparison. Are you better than this person? Are you better than this? Or is this thing better? So better is usually comparative. So it's not really a synonym for good.
Good. Yeah. But sober is not really good, Ashish. Uh,
Perfect is also not good because perfect is again superlative.
yeah. True. Okay. Suitable is okay. Reasonable is fine. Um, Excellent is again a superlative form of good. So her English is excellent. Goodness is the noun of good.
Mhm. Yeah.
Annapurna. Yeah. Marvelous. Credible. Credible is okay, Ashish. Good.
Yeah.
Credible is a great phrase or a word to use. Good. Incredible. Incredible is similar as is the same as excellent. So something that's extremely good is incredible. Okay. Top notch. Okay.
A very simple word that I think a lot of people missed out on, or only just one person mentioned, is nice. Ni-
Hmm.
Nice is the simplest way to say, okay, this is good. It's nice.
Yeah, but I don't think cogent is also true here. Cogent is something that's probably coherent or something that is
Mm,
pieced up together. That's cogent. Wonderful is okay. Mm, decent is fine. Yeah. Yeah. Suitable, decent, nice, uh, credible is okay, I think. The other ones are mostly synonyms for best, excellent, marvelous, fantastic, extraordinary, exclusive, incredible. All these are superlative forms of good. Let's do one more word. Amazing is also probably a more, yeah. Let's do one more. Shaurya, you can choose just one more word before I wrap up.
okay, so how about the word short? And you come up with, there's many different words you can use for short in the context of what you're using.
Mm.
So, uh, so
Little, tiny,
mhm, minuscule, yeah, that's correct.
minuscule is correct.
Minuscule would mostly be descriptive of something that's quite small. So
Yeah.
I guess you can use it, yeah. Short. Yeah, brief can also be, yes. So it just depends in the context of time. Short means brief. So that's correct. Diminutive, something of a low status, something that's low. So
Petty
I'm not
is
sure.
petty, but petty. Petty issues used to describe issues or matters. Petty matters is okay. I think petty fights is also fine. Small, pocket-sized, you mean, Ashish? Pocket-sized? Tiny is also short. Okay.
In the context of time, you can use a lot of these words, the small. So brief would be one of the words that someone has talked about. Let's look. Is there any other word that you can think of in when we talk about, let's say, a short amount of time?
Brief amount of time, short amount of time. Short, brief, pocket-sized. I think, yeah.
Yeah, so falling short. Yes, Deep Core, your answer, not enough, can be used in the context of falling short of something, not being enough. That would be a phrasal verb, falling short. So falling short of something would mean not enough. Yeah, shortage time, not really. You can also use the word momentary to describe a fleeting amount of time, small amount of time. Momentary.
Yes. Fleeting, momentary, correct. Yes. In a small period. Yeah, it means a small period. Anything that's fleeting, momentary. Yes. Yes. Yeah, good. I think all of you got this right. Shortage is a noun. Shortage is to have, something that is not the opposite of having it in abundance. So if you have something that is less in quantity and that is not enough, means there is a shortage. Okay, so there is a shortage of time that we can offer in a free session.
A pygmy. So a pygmy is another word. So you might someone use the word dwarf before. So pygmy would also be in the category of describing a person. That's the context that's used for Ashish. Avid is really not a synonym. Avid is something more related to the word voracious, something you do a lot, something you're very interested in.
Yeah, avid reader, voracious reader. Yeah, avid is something that you're really interested in. That's what avid means. It's not a synonym for short. So I'm just going to take Alan's question here is that you feel that confidence is your issue. So see, there are certain proven ways, conventional ways, Alan, that you may use in order to improve your confidence. And I believe every person can do this. If you feel, you're low on confidence when you speak the language. So I think the best way to do that is to record yourself. It could be things that you would want to tell yourself. It could be things that you want to talk about. I mean, things that you did over the day, or things that you felt over the day. It could just be recording yourself talking about these things and listening to them and trying to understand where you're going wrong exactly, and then trying to correct that. So once you start doing that, once you start being comfortable with listening to yourself speak the language, I think you should be able to slowly overcome the confidence. And also do this with people that you're extremely close with, people who don't judge you for who you are. Maybe it could be your family, your friends, anyone, and trying to just communicate with them in English and just make English a part of you rather than considering it as something that's just restricted to your IELTS preparation. That's the mistake that most students make. They always think that IELTS should be prepared like any other exam. But remember that it is supposed to be a part of your everyday life, not something that you should do every day. What is the best way to prepare for exam? Online or paper pen? Okay, again, Ashish, totally depends on what your comfort level is with both of the formats. If you feel you're comfortable with an offline setting, then please go ahead and do that. Okay, any easiest way to learn these words? Sai Gautam, if you follow me on LinkedIn, you'll find this post that I wrote today. The easiest way to learn these words is to actually just spend more time with English. I think that's your way to learn more, learn these words easily. Okay. I'm just going to spend some time talking about our coaching programs, and you may also please keep these questions coming. Okay. Ramesh has a question. He says that his exam is on the 23rd. He has issues with reading and writing. Okay, Ramesh, I think the time that we have is not enough for me to answer this generic questions about how to improve your reading, speaking, and writing. I think we already conveyed that enough that you need to work on improving your vocabulary and generally just spend time reading and listening to more of English. But with speaking and writing, we really need to see where you stand. And I think the mock package here is my answer to your question. I will be able to see closely as to what mistakes you're making. And that's when I can suggest you lessons to watch, videos to watch. And maybe that's when I can give you specific answers because your question is extremely broad. Okay, so in case you have more than a month or 2 months left, the IELTS Essence course is more suitable to you. You have classes happening Monday to Friday, 8 to 9 p.m. And for the Spotlight course, you have classes between these time slots, 6 to 9 p.m. again. One of us will be.
I think if you have problems with only one section, so let's say if reading is your concern, only one section you think that you're lagging behind in, the Spotlight course would be more suitable for you. It's a week-long course, so you also have time to prepare for your exam, which is on the 23rd.
Oh yeah, that's also a good suggestion, actually. In case you don't have time for classes, that's when the mock package comes in. You take 5 mocks on each section of the test, and then you just get in touch with us about your scoring. Okay, someone asked me this question, Charan, if you have zero idea about the IELTS test, then we have this starter kit that we would want to give you, as in it's just a PDF telling you everything about the IELTS test. So I think you'll find that useful. So please make use of this starter kit. You will just receive it on the chat in some time. In case there's someone else who is preparing for the IELTS test and just wants to make use of this, you guys can do that. I've also given you the link to the consultation form. If you fill that form up, one of our counselors is going to call you and explain to you about our coaching programs. So, like I said, the coaching programs are useful when you make use of them. So you should decide when and how to enroll in these programs based on your level of proficiency in the language and then the amount of time that you have for your test. You can't expect wonders to happen if you just take the coaching a few days before your test. You will only be able to help you so much. You'll have to give us time to be able to help you. So just have some time before you. Yes, please send these links on WhatsApp group, Sanket. We will do that. Charan, on the chat, please. On the chat. How many max attempt? Why do you want to take more than one attempt, Ashish, when it's costing you 16,000 Indian rupees? You should crack it in one attempt. And you should be able to do it if you do the right things. A lot of students have done that with us. Again, Charan, on the chat, you'll find a Drive link that I have sent. Please refer to that. A Google Drive link I'm also sending right now. Please open that. Okay, any more questions that we need to take very quickly? Just 1 more minute and then we'll wrap up. Anything else? Right. Okay, I think that's about it, Shaurya. We'll just call it a day today. Thank you so much for joining in. I was glad bringing you this session. Yeah, closing comments, if any, Shaurya, you can give them and then I will wrap up the class.
Yeah, so not really. I think we've addressed almost everything. Best of luck with your preparation, everyone. Best of luck with your test, Ramesh. I hope you perform well. I hope you get your desired band score. And have a great night, everyone. Thank you for joining.